So I don't know how much you can make out of this, but I am in the middle of a giant honeybee swarm. They are just all over. Something seems to have disturbed them. Usually the swarms, when they do this, they all pack in one area and surround it. But these seem to have been disturbed. And as you can see, there's just hundreds of them. I can hear them too, although it probably can't be picked up too easily on here. They're buzzing by my head. They're buzzing all over the place. Again, this is, honeybee swarms are normal. Basically, an established hive, once it gets kind of big and so forth, one way that it can reproduce is it produces queens, and then one of the new queens usually flies off with about half the hive in order to start a new one. They take a bunch of honey for stores, you know, for travel on the road, as it were, and then they travel to a new place and try to do that. So again, this is what's going on here. This swarm, though, is very active. It is out there. It's amazing. I don't know, again, how much you guys can make out, but it's just amazing. There are hundreds and hundreds of bees here. And again, they will find a good spot. They'll swarm, end up on this new spot for a while, and we'll see about finding a location, a hollow tree or something like that, that they can then continue on their way. So again, pretty neat. Again, I'm trying to find the main part of the swarm, and I can't find exactly where they're sitting on a tree. Usually there's a big bunch of them someplace, but you can see these guys are just active all over. So a honeybee swarm, a very normal thing. With this, we've had them report this to some of the beekeepers, Northern Virginia Beekeeper Association, who will hopefully be able to come in and assist with this if they can find where these guys are going to hole up, as it were, where they're going to pack themselves in. Then that'll become a neat little opportunity for them to both rescue honeybees, which, is, you know, are imperiled in a good part of the country, and as well as being able to find a new hive for them, which becomes a good business prospect for them. So it's a win-win if we can get this to happen, because again, this is something that would be just fantastic for the beekeepers, and of course this is kind of scary for the people who are around here. And so in order to help them out as well, it becomes a good public service for the beekeepers, and hopefully they benefit a little bit from it too, with a brand new hive that may benefit them. Again, I was really hoping I could find exactly where these guys are stationed, but unfortunately I can't quite make it out, the exact spot where they are. I'm looking all over, but again, nothing. It's just amazing though how many are here. Again, they're all over. They're high, they're low, they are everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds of bees. A bit intimidating if you're, you know, if you're afraid of bees, to have this many bees swarming all around you. But again, I'm not stung. I haven't been stung. I don't think I'm in any danger as long as I don't inadvertently hurt one or whatever, and they try to defend themselves. In the meantime, again, we've given them information. I can't see where they're. I might try to get a little bit closer, but I can't see where these guys are hopefully going to all pack together, which will make it much easier, of course, then for them to be collected by the beekeeper. And again, the beekeepers are hopefully coming soon to take care of this. But wow, they're not actually coalescing. They're actually getting further and further apart. I'm actually almost in the middle of this now. Wow, pretty neat. A bee swarm, a honeybee swarm. And again, since they're social bees, honeybees do this, but our other bees do not. Okay, most of our bees, 90-some% of our bees are solitary, so they don't have hives. But this is something that that hives do, social insects. And again, about half of them split off to start a brand new hive, and that is what we're looking at right here. A honeybee swarm in Arlington County, in the middle of, wow, just an incredible amount of insect life all packed together. Don't know how much of this you guys can make out, you know, but it's loud too. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'll try to get a little closer. You guys can maybe pick up some of this, but now I'm kind of in the middle of it. I don't want to get too close either, so it doesn't have to disturb them, but you get the idea. As I pan up, you can see I'm kind of stuck in the middle of a giant swarm here. They're buzzing around my head. Pretty neat. Slightly intimidating, but pretty neat. A honeybee swarm here in Arlington County. Bees starting another brand new hive somewhere else. half of them split out with a new queen and taken supplies with them to start a new hive. Honeybees swarming in Arlington County.